We are a very small nonprofit organization that gets no city, state, or federal funding whatsoever. And so how we stay afloat and everything like that is literally people coming out, paying their daily admission. I get here before everybody else, and I do a walkthrough and make sure that everyone is still alive and all that kind of stuff. If there's any medications that the wolves need and everything, I mean, we do what's called target training, and so I can actually get all 7 wolves that we have to take food right out of my hand. And so if I need to give them medications, I do that before anyone else gets here early in the mornings. But for the most part, because they could potentially be released into the wild, we have a very, very hands-off approach, and we interact with them as little as possible. So how, basically how we reintroduce wolves into the wild and how the whole captive mating system works. The last thing you want in a captive system is what we call genetic bottlenecking. So siblings and parents mating together and different things like that. And so what happens is every year we go to the Red Wolf Coalition meeting, and every single wolf that we have in captivity, which right now is roughly about 250 to 300, we have their genetic code in a computer system, and it gets thrown into this algorithm, and it tells us the wolves that are the least genetically alike. And so we know that we need to pair those two together to get a more genetically diverse stock in our animals. Kane, the nicest way I could put it is he's just a jerk, okay? He really is. Every animal that he's ever been paired with, he tried to kill them. Mom, I've been working with wildlife for about 15 years. She is literally the sassiest animal I've ever worked with. She has attitude through the roof. We introduced them, and I think that day we actually drug about half a deer in, and Kane ran out, started eating it, and out of nowhere, Mom comes by, spears him in the side, knocks him over, slams him down on the ground, and starts reading the riot act. I have no clue what she said to him, but literally since that moment, he has been a model animal. When you work with wildlife, it's not if something's going to happen, it's more of when it's going to happen. Everyone that has ever worked back here has definitely been bit by a wolf. It's a lot less stressful on the animal to catch them without giving them any kind of sedatives or anything like that. So you have a snapping, snarling wolf that you're trying to hold down. Basically, one wrong move, an inch too far to the left or the right or anything like that, you're going to get caught. So it's a huge adrenaline rush. Absolutely. I didn't start out wanting to work with wolves. I wanted to work with birds, but I got to work with wolves and fell in love with it. So basically, to do what I do, you don't do this for money. I do not get paid well at all. I do it because I love these animals. I really do. This is the reason I wake up in the morning. I have been working here 7 years, and I have yet to show up to a day of work. I come and do something that I feel is helping, and I feel like it's important, and I love it. And so that's why I do it. You know, I've had 9-to-5 jobs, and they're boring and they're pointless, and you're just there to get paid. And you show up, you clock in, you clock out. I show up 2-3 hours early for my shift, and I stay 2 or 3 hours late just because I don't want to be anywhere else.